is safe to say that Needham's girls lacrosse is having a strong revival this season after an average year by their standards last year. The Rockets were handed a tough loss on the road by rival Notre Dame Academy on May 10th. With another Friday primetime game on May 17th against defending D2 state champion Norwell, head coach Paula Kelly viewed the matchup as another measuring stick for her team and was looking forward to how they would respond. Chris Dugan has the highlights.
Needham gets a free position chance early in the first half, and Lexi Schmalz goes over the top for the goal and a quick 1-0 lead. Almost 2 minutes later, it's another free position. This time, it's Maeve Barker. She goes in and slips a goal to the side of the net. And then less than a minute later, the Rockets tally another one. Abby Dadio with a simple curl and finishes with a low liner into the net. A quick 3-goal advantage for Needham. Norwell does claw back, though. They get a free position chance of their own, and Katie Amorosino puts a shot over the shoulder of Lily Callahan. 3 minutes later, the Clippers get another free position goal. This second one comes from Annie Hilsinger. It's a 1-goal game midway through the first half. Now, the Rockets turn to respond. Grace Kelly here on the run, fakes the pass, swerves the defender, and scores for the nifty overall sequence, and of course finishing with that tally. Stays a 2-goal game before Lexi Schmalz floats a pass to Dadio. She turns and deposits a goal. Plenty more coming from the senior. And after Norwell counters, Needham comes right back. Kelly finds Dadio on a cutout front. The senior laces a top-shelf goal for the first half hat trick. On the defensive side, Rockets stout as well. Goalie Lily Callahan makes a point-blank save on Maeve McKinley. Needham leads at 7-5 at halftime. Early in the second, back to that 3-goal lead. Transition game gets going for the Rockets. Barker zigs and zags before passing to a wide-open Dadio. Fakes up high, scores low. Meanwhile, Callahan continues to do her thing in net. She makes another impressive save as she snatches Allie Connerty's shot out of the air. Clippers do find a way to get one by her, though, as Lily Warendorf passes to Casey Ward, and Ward switches hands before ripping one to the top corner, but it only takes Needham 10 seconds to answer as they go Schmalz to Kelly to Dadio, and the senior this time uses the bounce shot off the turf to get her 5th goal of the game. And then with 12 minutes left, the Rockets, well, of course, they're back in transition, and they work it down to Barker, and as usual, the senior knows how to finish this one as she whips home a goal after a fake to give Needham their biggest lead of the night, and the Rockets going to take this one by a final of 11-7. Dadio leads the way with those game-high 5 goals, while Barker, Kelly, and Schmalz each tally a pair. Callahan sets the tone defensively with a handful of saves, and the girls close out the regular season on May 28th before gearing up for the tournament.
Switching things up, we move to boys rugby. Needham has been resilient through this trying season. With just 2 games remaining on the docket, the squad held its senior night on Wednesday, May 22nd at Memorial Field against Weymouth. 9 senior players were recognized before the game, and then the action got started. And we got the highlights for you coming up right here. So you see right here on the kickoff by Needham's David Busa is recovered by Jonah Kirker, who's eventually taken down. The ball gets out to Theo Knopf, and he escapes the pile and runs in for the try. Conversion would be good, and the Rockets are up 7-0. Almost 10 minutes later, Weymouth here tosses the ball out of the scrum. Kevin Kiley eludes some Rockets and goes in for the try. Now the game is tied at 7. Another 10 minutes later, Needham makes an initial stop, but the Wildcats are going to toss wide to Jack Nichols. He pushes his way in for the try. 14-7. Weymouth now leads into the second half. Now we're going to go to early in the second half. Wildcats near the goal line. AJ Fama passes to Mark Mundia. The try is good, and it makes it 21-7 Weymouth. A little while later, Needham gets a score back on the doorstep. Busa with a short toss to Niall Dolan. He gets in for the try. It's a 1-score game again. Late in the game, Weymouth up by 12 with a line out. They throw a quick pass to Jake Cobflish. He rumbles in to give the Wildcats a 31-14 lead. Later on, the Rockets need to make up a lot of ground. They pass it out to Matt Matosian. He speeds his way in for the try, but that ends up being a little too little, a little too late for Needham. They drop the contest 31-19 to Weymouth. Knopf, Dolan, Madison with the scores for the Rockets. The boys' final game of the season is on May 31st at Milton.